Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where I have reached Hrothbrand, where I was asked to speak to Wilfrid to see if he knows anything about the location of Nona.
Some of my men who fought at the ford spoke highly of you.
Wilfrid listens to you describe Nona and her determination to slay Dunlendings that are in the service of Saruman. One Dunlending seems much the same as any other to me, Pine Lore, but I have not seen any of them fighting amongst themselves. There was one thing, though. Not 2 hours ago, I heard the clash of a sword against sword on the way of the war warrants of Athdar to the west. Perhaps your Dunlending ally was stirring up trouble from the heights. While you're up there, you should slay some of the wargs yourself. Alright, so I need to defeat 4 wargs in Athdar. So, this way. There are definitely Dunlendings in the area, especially Drygluth. So I suppose reducing their numbers a little bit wouldn't hurt. Yeah, reduce their numbers and find those wargs. And who knows, maybe I'll even find a Nona. I believe the warg warrants are up this way. In fact, here's a warg. You have discovered Athdar. Yep, I think that confirms all that. Number 2. Good. Then out to number 3. And finally, number 4. And that at least reach our quota, right? So anything else here? Investigate the flash of gold on the western side of Athdar. Alright, we'll see if we can find out anything about gold. So you would think that if there was any gold in the area, the goblins would have gone after it. Okay, somewhere down in this... Don't tell me how I saw this flash of gold if I were still on this side of the area, but... somehow when you're on a quest, you discover some sort of magical powers. Ooh, an Ice and Warg Rider. Ooh, right exactly my level. I mean, a worthy foe! There we go. Well, let's deal with this one. Then let's check that flash of gold that we saw. Oh, that's a dead Dunlending. Corpse of Drygluth warrior. This member of the Drygluth was slain by a sword stroke. Pieces of gold trail from his clenched fingers, and you pick them up and look at them curiously. As you straighten up, you see another glint of gold out to the west, where 2 trails meet. Alright, so let's go to the west and find out what this is all about. Well, let's also deal with that. Completed! Dunlending Slayer advanced! Well, at least we don't have to worry about that deed anymore. Which is probably good because I think we'll be leaving the area soon. Alright, so now where 2 roads meet. Hold on, is that the gold right up there? Yeah, okay, that's a small pile of gold right over here. Okay, I guess that's the crossroad that they were referring to. As you examine the pile of gold pieces, you see another glint further to the west. No dead Dunlending at this one? Well, let's continue to investigate this further. Why we're going around looking for gold, I have absolutely no idea. Sometimes the logic escapes me. Alright, there you go. Oh. Yeah, I know I already finished the deed, but right at level says optimal time for going after them. Small pile of gold. You examine the pile of gold pieces and see another glint further to the southwest. Oh, this looks like a dry gluth who was coming towards the gold, like it was bait for a trap. Now, who would set a trap using gold? There we go. Let's see what we can find. Oh, someone is up ahead. Is this another dry gluth? No, it looks like a Nona. Hello. Yes.
I did not expect to see you again, friend.
I am pleased that you're still alive. You must have heard the rumor of me. I have truly become Wadu's ghost, and the gap for Rohan is my haunt. I have made use of the bribing gold that we recovered from Caringlen. I find warriors who have sworn allegiance to Saruman, and I leave piles of coins for them to discover. When they pick them up, though, I fall upon them and claim my vengeance. I've thinned the outliers of the army that gathered at Wadu's Cleft, but it is not yet enough to pay for the debts of my brother. Wadu's ghost still hungers for the blood of those who serve Saruman and kill in the name of the traitor lizard, and she will have her fill. Ooh.
Why did you search for me, if not to join in my vengeance?
Nona listens attentively as you account of the troubling dream. When you have finished, she nods sagely. Dreams of this sort have meaning, Pine Lore. My people know this well. Great harm has befallen those who ignore the warnings of dreams such as this. I will go with you to see this elf queen. Let us return first to my home in Lanuk. I must bid farewell to my father Suvluk before we begin such a journey. I want to make certain that he is well before I go with you to the Wood of Gold. I will meet you by the front gate of Hlanuk in Enidwaith. Alright, let's then go to Hlanuk. Back to Hlanuk in Enidwaith. Nona searches the village but found no sign of her father.
I cannot find my father anywhere in the village.
Before Wadu was slain, Suvlik used to go to the Pool of the Kings to listen to the water and think. And perhaps he's there now. Let's look from there. The Pool of the King is northwest of the village. Alright, fine. To the northwest then. That will be up this way. I have found Nona and Suvluk. Have you two had a nice talk?
I do not believe in long farewells.
You have little time to delay. You must ride swiftly, for you have a long journey ahead of you. A long journey, that's right. I need to get to the other side of the mountains. How do I get to the other side of the mountains in order to get to Lothlorien? Well, that's a good question. Yet somehow, I do get across. Hello, Haldir.
You long to see the Lady Galadriel.
I will not keep you from Galadriel, Pine Lore, but I fear things are not as simple this time. Oh, what's wrong?
This Dunlending girl that accompanies you must be blindfolded if she is to enter.
My orders forbid me from letting unfamiliar folk into Lorien. This Dunlending girl who accompanies you cannot enter the wood. I tried to explain to Haldir that the reason that I came through with Nona all this way to Lothlorien, but he remains unconvinced. This dream of yours could mean something, but even if it does not excuse me from my duty. Since I know you, I will allow her to enter with you, but she must be blindfolded. This point is not negotiable. If you're ready to accept this, then come with me. Well, I remember how much Gimli complained about being blindfolded. Oh well, let's go.
This Dunlending girl who travels with you cannot be allowed to see the secret ways into Lothlorien. I must bind her eyes if she is to come with you to see the lady.
Similar to the blindfold that she had in the dream. Guide your friend well, for it will not be responsible for any injuries that she suffers while blindfolded. This is the law of the Golden Wood. No outsiders must see the secret trails of Lothlorien. It is out of respect for you, Pine Lord, that I permit even this. Follow me with care. All right, let's go. You will have seen many distant places, Pine Lord. Can you compare them with the Golden Wood? Well, they're certainly different. Guess she must be able to hear well. And there are dangerous times, for I fear that the beauty of Lothlorien must soon wane. The secret way apparently goes through bushes. This is far enough. I mean, that was a straight shot that anyone could see the other end of. Alright, I think this is far enough. You may remove the blindfold now, and I will bring you to Lady Galadhrim. Well, that was quite a trip. This land is a pretty one, as these elves seem fond of saying, but this is what the daughter of Sulik has to say. The hills of Non-Langland at sunset are more beautiful by far. I submitted to the binding of my eyes for your sake, Pine Lord, and to learn the secret behind your dream. But do not expect it again. I will leave this land with my sight unhindered, or these elves will learn a sharp lesson by the point of Adu's blade. So, where is this elf queen? By the huntsman. This must be her. Yep, that's Galadriel, all right. I did not expect you in Lothlorien, Pine Lord. What need has driven you hither, when so many need your help elsewhere? Really? Your dreams are your own, Pine Lord. I had nothing to do with the images that you saw. Oh? This dream that you describe is very troubling. Much of it seems born of worry for your friends, which is not unusual. But you saw more than that. Hidden from you? How can that be? Yes, Nona, there are forces in this world greater than any of us. Their purpose is hidden to me, and I can see only glimpses. And yet, even in the darkest hours, hope can never truly be gone. Hello, Pine Lord. Ah, Gandalf. We have both been through a great deal since we last met, Pine Lord, and neither of us is the same person that we were. I don't have the time to tell you what befell me since we parted, but know this. The quest remains. Your dream tells Galadriel more than she lets on, and it tells me more yet. Our friends faced a grave danger along the Anduin. I hope it is not too late for them to avoid it. Gandalf's eyes seem to pierce you, and you shiver uncomfortably. There's something unfamiliar in the wizard's bearing. It reminds you a bit about Saruman. Oh, that's not a good thing to remind me about. Your dream may hold only a shred of truth, but even that could prove vital. This is my guess, Pine Lord. I think that you're needed along the banks of the great river. Only there can you learn the purpose behind your dream. I am needed elsewhere. You will have to serve. Oh? He just got here, now he has to go. I'm sorry, Pine Lord. It is good to see you, but there is such much that needs to be done. The eagles have proven able to companion to me in these dark days. Guy here has agreed to bear me to my next place where I need to go, and his brother Landreval has been keeping a sharp eye on the Anduin. Would that I could go else everywhere. You fought against fire and shadow in the depths of Moria, and on that peak, and when I returned the world I faced another foe from afar. These deeds have left me tired, and I will not speak of them now. We must speak again, Pinelore, if our deeds prove fruitful. If they do not, well... Perhaps they would have proven enough had it not stood around talking about them so long ago, my sentimental friend. We have our own tasks now. Let us get to them. All right. I will send for Alfenir to bring you down the river to Thinggold. And Gandalf believes that a great evil harries the absent friends, and perhaps your presence in the banks of the Anduin can prevent it from discovering or endangering them. All right. What do you say, Nona? I do not know what to think of this Galadriel. Her words are fair, but beneath the surface she wields strength to match even the fiercest warriors of my people. I am surprised. Let's do as she says, and perhaps the answer to the riddle of your dream will be revealed along the great river. Perhaps it would. It's time for us to say farewell to Lothlorien? So soon after arriving.
I have taken you as far as I can.
The rest of this road leads along the great river.
There is a camp of elves not far from here.
There's a camp of elves here in Thinglad. It is an outpost from which my people watch the threats from the south. It is called Haldoreth. And if you wish to know what has been happening along the river, that will be a good place to start. Present yourself to Frimbloth in Haldoreth and ask for her for tidings. All right, to Frimbloth. Anything else? What? Yeah, that would be a nice gift. I'll call her Pine Spot. May her fate be better than that of my last feline companion. Well, are you ready to start on our adventures? So, let's then go and find this Frimloth in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.